A picture is said to be worth 1,000 words. A lot of fake news starts with a picture, whether that picture is an actual picture to viewers or a picture of words created in the mind of listeners. Regardless of the presentation of such a picture, the lens with which we interpret those pictures come from an individual's overall worldview. In media and the news, there are numerous viewers and listeners who can hear or see the exact same information but come up with completely opposite interpretations regardless of how clear or misleading those facts are. The best fake news uses elements of truth sprinkled about so as to secure and misguide the average consumer. The example I will use for this is President Trump and the First Lady's visit with the Pope at the Vatican. A couple still shots were taken at various points of interaction throughout the visit. Depending on the news source you choose to view, two very different pictures will be promoted for display. Two different interpretations of the same interaction and two different agendas being met. Our country has been in polar fields in the political sector for well over a year now. There are many people who hate our president, and there are just as many who love him, and a good portion neither hate nor love him, but are attempting to respect and pray for him as the leader that God has allowed to rule. Picture 1 displays what looks to be a very unhappy Pope and First Lady and an extremely pleased President Trump. Those that are in the hate camp interpret this picture in the most demeaning way possible towards President Trump. Those that are in the love or neutral camps interpret this picture as a normal moment in life when the camera invades our personal space at an inopportune time. News sources also riddle this picture with projected theories of thoughts, rather than source statements of actual thoughts by any of the three displayed in the picture who actually know what is going on and actually know what they're feeling in that moment of that picture. Picture 2 displays a seemingly pleasant interaction between President Trump and the Pope. Both men are engaged in conversation and smiling. Those in the hate camp often don't know what to do or say to these types of pictures and simply ignore them or push other pictures to promote their own agenda. Those in the love camp also take these images to promote their own agendas, also projecting theories of thought rather than source statements from the responsible parties. The bottom line lies at the feet of the interpreter. Pictures are often promoted in fake news to support a given side. Because a picture, in a sense, speaks for itself, fake news becomes difficult to sift through when pictures or videos are used as evidence because it on its own creates a story to the viewer, whether that story is correct or not. In Scripture, we are commanded to test for truth and to think on such things that are right. We are warned about being led about by the blind and the rampant sources of false doctrine and agendas that threaten to misguide us, and we are to seek those things that are pure and honorable. Shaming and defaming someone simply because we don't agree with them or dislike them is not honorable and should automatically be a red flag of bias and manipulated truth that leads to corruption, and thus we should flee from it and avoid engaging in it. Thank you.